with the educated opinion on topics of all varieties. Yo, it's your boy Bubba, and you are listening to Bubba's Banter. Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your motherfucking boy. I ain't gotta say no names, right? But I am anyway. It's your boy Bubba, and you are listening to Bubba's Banter. I hope you guys are living well, feeling well. I am surviving and thriving. My back is still hurting, y'all. Well, it's not hurting as bad as it was last, or what was that? I just told y'all that last Thursday. So, yeah, it was hurting, but like, it's just more sore. I was doing some RDLs, which most of y'all don't know. That's lifter talk, Romanian deadlifts, and I kind of heard like a little pop in my back, and I think I went too far down, like, because you know, with Romanian deadlifts, you're not supposed to go that far down. You're supposed to go past, like, a little past the knees, back up, and I had like 240. I only had 245 on there. Now, mind you, I damn near fucking deadlift like 400, 500 pounds at this point, and so it was like, that was some small shit, and so I had that much on there, and I think I was tired too, and I was trying to get it over. I was just in there, and I broke form pretty much, is what I'm trying to say, and I kind of like messed my back up a little bit. So I haven't really been doing any leg work. I have been like walking and stretching my back just so I can get prepared to get back to doing leg work, because if you don't, you'll lose all your muscle mass, and I'm not trying to lose all the gains that I've gained from doing everything that I do. So yeah, there's that. Okay. But I hope you guys are living well, feeling well. I just want to say thank you guys for the last show. You guys showed out and showed up. I had a good time answering your questions. I'm thinking about doing another question show with some friends, so I'll post up a questionnaire for you guys, because I love talking to y'all and having like that, you know, interaction with y'all. So if you want to post more questions and send them to me for me to answer, let's do it. Anyways, you guys know where to follow me at, right? Which is Bubba's Banter Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. Please go follow my Facebook page and like it. Bubba's Banter, I use that the most. I keep telling y'all that because it's the easiest website to, or Facebook to use. I really do love using it. I'm still working on my WordPress page because I'm going to start blogging soon. I used to blog back in the day and used to, like, you know, do rebuttals to like certain articles and stuff like that. So I'm going to start doing that again eventually. So I've been working on a WordPress page. It's more complicated now than it was back then, because back then all I did was just use a background and then just, like, you know, rebuttal to articles and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, this time around, I kind of want to like make my page geared towards podcasting and rebuttaling and certain services that you guys might want to take a gander into. So be on the lookout for that. And you already know what I'm about to say, right? I'm gonna say it again and again and again and again. These underwear were designed with the big boy in mind. So go get them from Bearskin, y'all. I'm telling you, they just came out with the great Beartooth underwears are cute. If you saw the pictures up on my Instagram, I love them. My quads is popping them, and they feel comfortable. And I love bearskin underwear. I think out of all the underwear that is created by queer folks, those are like probably the most legit underwear that feel comfortable. And I have different pairs from different queer companies. And what I want to say is that is probably one of the best. And it's not because I'm saying this. I'm not saying this because I'm an ambassador, because I know most ambassadors just say this just to say it. But if you really go out and test different types of underwear, you'll understand like the quality that they give is perfect, you know. So personally, go get your bearskin underwear, and if you use my promo code Bubba, you will get 15% off in your checkout order. All right. So today we got a new show and we got a new guest on my show, and I've been wanting to get him on here since like season 2 or 3, and we've been talking back and forth. I'm gonna bring my boy Kel in, and so you guys can banter with him. What's good, friend?
Hey. Greetings and salutations.
Hi. So, I've been wanting to get you on here for a long time because we've been talking in the DMs about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we've discussed.
Yeah.
Especially when I first found out you were doing your podcast, I'm like, okay, you know, because I don't know too many people that do them. So, to be honest with you, I think, if I'm not mistaken, at least as far as my social media, you're like the only one that does podcasts.
Yeah. I've been a big podcast person like for a long time. Like, so my friend back in like 2010 was like, you should do a podcast. Like, I really think you should do a podcast because podcasting just seems like it's something that it's something that I feel like you can do because just the way you talk, you're like very social. You're very, you have the skill. A lot of people don't have the skill to like banter the way you do. And like, you're very quick at coming back at something or saying something. So I think you should make a podcast. And I was like, yeah, I'll think about it. And then the pandemic hit. And then my friend, 10 years later, the pandemic hit. And then my friend had already started his podcast. And then he like showed me the way to start a podcast. And then I was like, okay, I'm at home not doing shit. I'm bored. I can't go nowhere. I got all these thoughts and views in my head. It's like, I need to just spill them out somewhere. So podcasting became like my best friend. And before that, I was already listening to a whole bunch of podcasts, like listen to The Read and like Joe Rogan. I know people hate Joe Rogan, but I still listen to him. Hey, that's what...
I don't listen to podcasts. I say the first time I like really sat down and listened to a podcast was like 2021 when Lovecraft Country was out.
Yeah.
And like after the show, I guess the writers or something, whoever, the people that was associated with the show,
yeah,
they will make a podcast and go into deeper meanings of, certain things that happen, stuff like that. But I mean, like aside from that, I never really like sat down and listened. Like I see little video clips. Like now, a lot of people think podcasts are like very oversaturated.
It is,
and a lot of they call them podcast bros. And their whole podcast is about battle of the sexes and do you think men and women should go 50-50 on the bill? Yeah. It's a whole bunch of like incel BS.
It is.
Like, my god!
It's a bunch of shock value material. Yeah. And I talked about this last week on my podcast. It's a lot of shock value podcasts. It's like people get on these fucking, they plug in these fucking mics, they talk all this bullshit, they say shit, and they don't even necessarily mean it. It's just shock value so they can go viral and they can make money from YouTube and all these fucking entities that are paying these people to talk about this bullshit. Because there's so many different podcasts out there. Like I've been listening to a financial podcast about learning how to save your money and how to make money and like shit like that. And it's good information that you listen to. And it's like, but those podcasts go unmentioned because they're doing good. They're doing something that can help people. Like I love listening to like podcasts or I forgot this girl's name, but she does like the gentle parenting. Some people don't believe in it, but I just listened to it because I'm not a parent, but I just feel like it's kind of good to listen to different insights and different perspectives of certain things. So I listened to that. Dr. Raquel, she's a therapist. She talks about a lot of stuff like being black and therapy. Like she's amazing. I'm trying to get her on my show actually.
And a lot of these incel podcasts, they're all like anti-black women for the most part.
Yeah. Of course.
It's like, oh my God, here we go. Like these two, I don't remember the name, but YouTube basically fired.
Yeah, you talking about I don't want to say names on here because I
think one's black and one's maybe Pakistani or something.
I actually saw one of them, the Pakistani dude. I seen him at the airport because I work at the airport, and I saw him with his T-shirt on, and I was like, "What the fuck is he doing here in Portland?" I hope this is just a connecting flight somewhere because, like, it was just weird seeing him.
Yeah, they were on there crying, and I'm just like,
I was kind of happy, but anyways, y'all. Me and Kel today are talking about something that we've been talking about for a long time in our DMs about the bear community. We've been talking about this shit for a while, and so I'm kind of happy that we're doing it right here because I feel like there's a lot to break down and a lot to say. Because I feel like
talk about this for years.
So I want to have a open dialogue conversation about exploring the issues that are going on in the gay bear community. So first I want to start off with saying what a bear is, because I feel like there's like, my definition of what a bear is a big guy who is big, and that's what he is. Like for some people they'll say he's hairy, he's masculine, he's this, he's that, he's this, he's that. But like for my definition of what a bear is, it's just a bigger guy, just a big gay dude. Like like has a bear look, like a huge look. Has nothing to do with his other aesthetics. It's just that's what a bear is to me.
But now the thing is, anyone could be a bear, no matter what side, because they want to be. It's amazing. They want to be inclusive when it comes to body types, but when it comes to skin color, they're not that inclusive. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to talk about first. Is like, what problems do we face as Black bears? So I'll let you go first.
I want to say, like, we've talked about doing this for a while, but I'm pretty honored that you wanted to have this dialogue with me on your podcast, because you know what they say about me, child. I don't date Black men or Black bears.
Girl, we can relate. Girl, we can relate. We can relate.
Oh, okay.
Listen.
And now, I'm dating a Puerto Rican. They're like, oh, see, I told you, I'm like, but like my 3 ex-boyfriends are, well, 2 are Black.
Yeah.
2 are Black and 1 is Salvadorian, whatever. But like I said, I date Black men. Like, I'm the type that if we mesh and everything kind of comes together, I'm
down for it.
Black, blue, whatever. We can try to make and see if something will manifest from it. But you know how people are.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like for me, I mean, bear. My definition is basically like you said, but I'm gonna throw the hairy into it because people. A lot of people that are chubby and just chubby, they don't care. They just say they're chubs. They don't really associate with the bear community like that. So
I mean, I think that's
my
I think it's weird when they say that though, because it's like, but you hang out in the bear community. Like, bitch, you fat and you a bear. Bitch, look like a motherfucking polar bear, bitch. Like
like Big Boy Pride, the Black gay Gap Big Boy Pride, they don't really associate with the bear community.
Oh yeah, they don't. They don't.
So because the whole thing with the bear. I mean, I don't blame them because we're always either ostracized or fetishized or just ousted completely from the bear community. So I mean, I get it, but
I think as a Black gay man though, like in this community, like some of the problems that I really do feel like unique challenges is just like more so of like not just being able to be in a space and just chill. Like I'm always on guard to like have to deal with like feeling like my race matters more than who I am as a person. Like I could be an asshole, but like me being an asshole is like, it's okay just because I'm a Black guy. And it's like, no, it's not okay. Like it's always like, it's a weird feeling being in spaces where my race matters to a degree where like, it's either people catering to me because I'm Black or people not liking me or wanting to talk to me because I'm Black.
Right.
And it's a weird place to be at. It's something that I've really been looking at. And then also just being fetishized, where it's like, when you talk about being fetishized, like people always wanting to say things to me that they know they shouldn't say. Or if they do say it to certain people, they should realize that every person doesn't want to be called that or labeled that. Like, I hate when people are like, BBC. You already know I was going there. Like, that bothers me because it's like, okay, I understand. Like, I've got to this point where I understand that some people are okay with being called BBC. We have a whole group of black folks out there, gay and straight, that are okay with being labeled as BBC, wanting to be called BBC, and it's okay with it because, I mean, they do got big ass dicks, so I get it. But like, I don't want to be labeled that way. And honestly, some of the BBCs that I see, I'm like, I'm not even near them, as far as like, so it's so weird how like so many gay bears and or gay men in general who like think that's brownie points to like get me to sleep with you. Like, it doesn't stroke my ego. It's not gonna make me be like, oh my god, he wants me, so let me go for him. Like, it's not gonna do that. Like, yeah. I'm not an NPC, fam. I'm not, oh my god, white butt. Like, no, I'm not gonna go for that just because you throw yourself at me that way. It's so weird.
And it's funny that you say that because, like you said, it's a segment of black men out there that like to be, first of all, they refer to themselves as that.
Yeah.
So we see it on the apps. I've seen on the apps.
All the time.
BBC for generous, BBC for white, BBC for Latino, you know, whatever. And I guess in their mind, friends, you know, the ones that feel like we're all, first of all, they always put all of us in one box.
They do. They do.
I guess they feel like, well, how can I say it? Like, I've been approached that way. And I'm like, hey, like, first of all, that turns me off completely. So we never do anything.
Okay.
But I'm just like, you know, like, you know, that's not who I am. You not about, no. Then they're like, oh, well, why are you offended? My friend I always mess around with, he's not offended. I'm like, well, am I your friend?
Okay.
We're two completely different people. And it's like, as black people are not a monolith. And as much as society tries to make it so, we're not a monolith.
We're not.
It's just, ugh.
It's annoying.
It's so cringe.
Like,
ugh.
Okay. Some of my experiences, I want to jump on this too. Some of my experiences dealing with racism and prejudices within this community suck so bad because, like, I feel like there's a time where I went out with my friends, and I think I told this story on here, but I'll tell it again. I went out with some friends to a party. This is like when I first came out. I was brand new to the scene, and they took me to a party. I was their third wheel because they're a couple, and so we went to this party, and I got there, and I know the people that was there. I kind of knew some of the folks that were there because of the apps and shit. And so the party host, like, we hooked up a few times, and me and his partners hooked up a few times or whatever. Yeah. So I kind of knew them, but, like, I always was kind of shady. I was kind of always weary of them because of who they were as people in the community. And they kind of came off as, like, these social justice warriors type of people, which I can kind of tell they did, like, probably crazy shit on the low. But anyway, so he was one of the hosts was showing me around his apartment or his house, big ass house, and we were going from room to room, and each room there was people in it. Like, it was a big house, big house. And so we going from room to room. She's just showing me around, and I know he kind of wanted to, like, get me to a room to, like, do something because that's just kind of how he is. And
when
so
you say people in it, like people
friends
living in there, or
no, friends, like, just like, it was a big party, like a huge party.
Oh, okay.
It was a huge party, and so he had several rooms in the house, and so he was just showing me around to, like, just showing me the house because this is my first time being at his house because I've hooked up with them other places outside of their house. And so, yeah, don't judge me.
Slightly.
Yeah, so we go to this room and everybody in there smoking weed and shit, and I can't do that because, you know, I was a government official at the time. Well, I'm still a government official, so I'm in there like, okay, fuck, I can't be in this room, but I'm in here chilling with y'all. So we chilling and we talking, and, you know, actually, I wasn't a government official at the time, but I remember that moment because we were talking, he was introducing me to the people in the room, and the dude shook my hand, and then he's like, oh my God, you're cute, and put his hands on my hair, like rubbing my hair.
Oh.
And I was about to lose it. Like, balled my fist up, and the person was like, hey, don't do that. Like, the host was like, hey, don't do that. That's not okay. And it made me realize, like, white people really think that shit's okay. And I don't want to blame it on the weed, because at the end of the day, like, you know, I don't think anybody would do some stupid shit like that, you know, because they smoking weed or something, like, or drunk. So, like, it was just weird to me that he did. And I was like, this motherfucker's, and I'm like, I want to punch this motherfucker in his mouth. And he said sorry, but it was still like that awkward moment where I was just like, I don't want to talk to you no more at this point, because I'm going to beat your ass in a second.
Did that.
Yeah. And it was, like, really weird. And I think also being a black person in the Pacific Northwest, for me, dealing with, you know, racism and, you know, prejudices is such an undertone here. It's very passive aggressive in the Pacific Northwest. For most black gays here, we end up being the token black guy in so many white spaces. But now you starting to see more color come around. So if you look at my tribe, when you see the pictures I have on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, like, my tribe is a lot diverse, more diverse than when it was back in, like, 2014. I remember times where I would go into these spaces and be the only black person there, or I'll see another black person there, but he's more adjacent to white folks and was looking for white validation. Like,
you know them types.
Oh, girl, I'm telling you.
It gets worse when it's like, how can I say it? Like, I guess they've been in that scene for a while. They've only been the only black person in that scene. And another black person enters, and it's kind of like, with them, it's kind of like a competition. Like,
yes!
I don't know. These my white people. What are you doing here?
Yes! I've experienced that. It's so many black dudes, and just people of color. I don't want to say black dudes, but I focus on the black ones. It's the black black people, I come into the space and I'm like, oh, what's good, bro? Like, I start code switching back into like my niggerdom. And I'm like, what's good, bro? Like, how you, and he like, hi, like, whole like just adjacent to white folk type thing. And you don't have anything, like, there was this one white dude, I'm not gonna say he had a ghetto ass black name too. And it just kills me. I'm not gonna say his name on here because I know he'll probably fuck around hear this. But like, he was so adjacent to white people where like, he only wanted to hang around white folks. And I realized it, like, it was sad because like, we could never really have conversation about things because it always felt like he felt like I was in competition with him around these bears and shit. And I'm like, dude, I'm just fucking these dudes. Like, we can fuck them together if you want to. Like, I'm not trying to marry none of these motherfuckers in here. I'm just trying to fuck these fat butts. Like, I see big asses everywhere. I'm just trying to fuck ass and go. Like, I'm not trying to come here to socialize and kick it with people. Like, my motherfucking goal was to bust as many nuts I wanted to tonight. I don't care about this. But when I'm socializing with my black brother, I expect that to come back to me some way, somehow, something. But over the years, like, he became cool and then he moved away. And I was just like, I'm kind of happy because
he became cool.
He became cool as far as like us having conversation out in public, but you can still feel like the I don't want to be around you vibes.
Right.
And we have to look at it on layers too, because I feel like in the bear community, it's like high school. So we have like these popularity contests. Who's more popular? Who's this? Who's that? And so I feel like even on top of that, with racism and all dealing with prejudices and being anti-black and all that shit, like there's certain black guys who got that popularity because one, they have a certain type of body type. They do certain things.
I've always noticed that if it's a popular black bear, they're always muscular built.
Yeah, or he's like adjacent to their type of lifestyle, so he's not the problematic black gay. He's the one who
the safe black gay.
Boom.
The Will Smith type.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Exactly. And that's the ones that you have to watch because
maybe they would. Like they say, all skin folk and kin folk, they will throw you to the wolves.
To the wolves, girl.
For they good old white bears. So
for real, it's so weird. It's so weird, dude.
And not all are like that because I met some that they're cool. It just so happen to be a part of that particular group, and they just so happen to be dating, a white or a non-black bear.
Yeah.
But they're still, how can I say it? They're still in touch with their roots. They're black, and they know they're black.
Yeah.
It's just, they just have a different kind of way of living.
Right.
I guess you want to call it.
Yeah. Is there any experiences or stories that you can share that you've experienced with like some of this shit?
What do I
I know you gotta have one.
Ooh, I got one. I'm trying to see.
Yeah, many because
I want to give you a good one. Okay, let me choose one because all of them kind of good, but let me choose one. Okay, I got one. I remember I was living in Atlanta. I lived there. I left home for Miami and I lived there for several years and I went back. But I lived in Atlanta and there was this one Caucasian dude. We used to chat on the app or whatever, exchange pleasantries, all that. Oh, you're so hot, blah, 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 blah. So, the Eagle, we have the Eagle in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And, I used to get there quite a bit. And I saw him in person and he was with a group of friends. And, I went up to him like, hey, I'm so-and-so from the app. We've talked for a while. I mean, you should know who I am. You've seen my face.
Right.
And he was kind of weird about it.
Oh, girl.
He didn't want to speak. He was like, oh, hi. And then I could see his friends. Well, they all Caucasian.
Yeah.
His friends was looking like, like, why is this black guy coming over here trying to talk to us?
Yeah.
And the way that energy he gave me, it was kind of like, okay, keep that same energy. Keep it on the app, keep it everywhere. And I just, I walked off. And, he hit me up on the app.
Of course.
Like, oh, hey, it was nice to see you tonight. I'm like, was it? He was like, yeah, I'm sorry for the way I acted. But, my friends, they're kind of weird. He didn't want to say what they were weird about. I'm like, what do you mean weird? Like if they're weird, why are you hanging with them?
Exactly. Like, my friends already know. My friends already know.
Came out and said, well, they're not like used to being around black people. And I'm like, what do you mean not used to?
I mean, you're in Atlanta. Wait, you're in Atlanta though. Like,
but It's Atlanta, but when I lived there, Atlanta's gay scene is very segregated.
Yeah, I heard that. I actually heard that. Like, my friend comes on my show. His name is Marco. He comes on here. He has a podcast called Hear Me Out. He lives in Atlanta too, and he was telling me about how like some of the shit that I was telling him about, like some of the gay scenes here, because he's from Portland, but he didn't really go out really that much here. And he was like, I don't experience that shit in Atlanta. He was like, the girls already know not to do shit like that there. Like, we don't, you know what I'm saying? He don't go to like the Eagle and stuff. He goes to like Bulldogs and shit like that. Yeah. Like
I've done the Bulldog. Like, to me, in any setting, I can blend in any setting.
Yeah.
That's just how I am. So yeah, I used to go to the Bulldogs, to the Chaparral, to the Eagle, to the Heritage, because any group I can blend in.
Right.
But yeah, like when I say it's segregated, it's not really in your. Well, I guess it is kind of in your face, but people try to act like it's not.
Yeah.
Like say the Eagle, right? Regular night, mostly white. Sometimes you get a little mixed crowd, right?
Yeah.
So they give us the Onyx night, the Black night, one night out the month. I think it's the first Friday of the month or whatever. Now, mind you, any other night is white, like Caucasian. You'll see some Latinos and stuff. But when Onyx come around, first Friday at Onyx, baby, you will not see a single drop of white people in there. You'll see all black folk.
Damn.
And that's not a coincidence.
Yeah.
Like, you'll even see some little Latinos in there, whatever. And you might see
looking for some BBC.
Maybe one or two white guys that are into black people.
Yeah, looking for some BBC.
Exactly. So yeah.
Yeah.
But then I've been a Bulldog to where, well, I'll say this. The more busy nights at Bulldog, Saturday night, you rarely will see a speck of salt in there.
Yeah. I've seen videos. I've seen videos from Bulldogs on Instagram, and I'm like, damn, when I visit Atlanta, like, I definitely want to go there just to see what that shit like, because...
And I went there for Bulldogs. It's cute. My thing is they want to expand it. It's because it's still small. They're making all this money. Why y'all have not expanded it? Because you in there like this on the most busiest night. I don't like that.
See, now I will say I probably won't like that because I don't like being that close and COVID's coming back. Yeah. Well, it's still here, but you know what I mean.
Exactly. The numbers are rising again from what I hear. Yeah, and then, the holidays when it's super busy, you're more like this.
Yeah.
It's like,
I ain't got time for that. But I do want to experience it. But like, that whole story that you said about, the app thing, I've experienced that so many goddamn times from dudes or like dudes that come in from town and like I've been talking to them forever and then they come here to visit a friend and then okay, well, I'm not like, and I get it, like your initial reaction to meeting somebody in person is different. Like, I think that even me sometimes where I've seen somebody online and I'm like, ooh, he's sexy, and then I talk to him and then I meet him like, oh, okay. But I still feel like there should be like that line of like being like cordial and like talking to the person and being friendly with them. Like, you don't have to just like take them home and have sex with them. But if like, because I get it. Like, I get, like, meeting somebody in public and, like, just finding out, like, okay, I'm probably not attracted to you now because you look different, and that happens. It
totally happens.
Because it happened to me, But, like, at the same time, I just still feel like there's that level of, like, niceness that you should have for somebody, especially if you've been chatting with them for a long-ass time. Like, come on now. Like, there's a little courtesy that you need to have there. Because, like, there's been times where guys will hit me up and I'll talk to them. I've been talking to them for, like, months. And they come to visit and I meet them. They're not really attractive in person, but I still try to be friendly towards them. And then I'm like, hey, like, I don't want to be mean to you because I think you're a cool person. But like, at the same time, like, I know I'm not physically attracted to you the way that I thought I was, blah, blah, blah. Like, can we be friends, And I've had people say that to me too. And it's a hard, gut-wrenching thing, but I think people don't understand, like, you have to do that. Like, it makes you a good person when you are kind of like, it's the hard conversations that we have to have that makes us good people. Mm-hmm. And I feel like in situations like that, people don't understand how fucked up it is when you like talk to somebody online for so long and then like you see them and you treat them a certain way. It's just weird. But the simple fact that he was like, my friends, like that easy fucking, that cop out that he did. Oh, my friends don't hang out with enough black people. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Yeah. Because my friends already know if they're not attracted to the guy that I'm attracted to, I don't give a fuck. Like, the fuck? I don't care if you're attracted to my friend or not, or this person that I'm talking to online. If I'm attracted to them, I'm attracted to them. It don't matter about what you're attracted to. Like, I don't give a fuck how you feel about it. And so I just think that's weird as fuck when people do shit like that. I've had that happen so many times, and I'm just like, that's why I hate the apps too. Like, the apps are just so fucking bad at this point, where it's just like getting on them is just so like, I've gotten to a point where like I've been wanting to just delete all of them except one, and because I have too many of them, number one, and then like they just don't really serve a purpose besides fucking. Like, I met a few people on there and I'm like, oh, okay, we can be friends, but then I've majority of people that I've met on there, I've just been fucking. I'm not like I'm not trying to be your friend, you know. It's just, there's a lot that the community has that we need to change, and I feel like just to think about the solutions that we need to do. I feel like when it comes to the bear community, I feel like we need to realize that everybody is not the same, you know. Like, I want to touch on something too, and I know the girls like to tussle, but I'm going to talk about this. I know they like to tussle.
What is this friend?
So I am so tired of this fucking, like, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, this conversation about how racist the bear community is. Now, yes, I do this show right now is talking about the bear community, how racist it is, and how to deal with the prejudices and all this stuff. But we don't have to deal with some of the shit that we have to that we're dealing with. Yeah. Like, if you're going to P-Town and you've been going for the last 4 or 5 years, why the fuck do you keep going there if you keep experiencing the same shit that you've been experiencing? Why do you keep going to IBC and you keep experiencing the same exact shit every time you go? Why do you keep going to Lazy Bear and you keep experiencing the same shit that you fucking experience? Why do you keep going to these bear events and you keep experiencing the same shit that you're experiencing, and then you get on the internet and you talk about it? I'm tired of that. I'm so tired of it at this point, because
it's like you do the same thing and expecting different results.
Okay, and there's so many different events, just like you mentioned, Big Boy Pride.
Big Pride.
You know, they don't really associate with the bear community, but
you know, the people that you're talking about that go to the mainstream bear event, they don't want to go to no Big Boy Pride.
Exactly.
It's like, be honest with yourself. Just be like, look, you're attracted to this.
That's what I was going for.
Of the bear community.
That's what I was going for. That's what I was going for.
This is what you're attracted to. They just ain't giving you the play that you want.
Exactly, friend. Like, I get so tired of hearing it and seeing people rally about it on TikTok and all these places, and it's just like, girl, now you know if I walked up in your face and was like, yeah, I want to suck your dick, you wouldn't let me do it because I'm a black man too. Yeah. So let's not act like that.
Yeah.
Like, stop it.
It's fine. We all got our preferences, you know.
Yeah.
My thing is, it's like, okay, this is your preference. You know what they give. Stop complaining about it.
Yeah. Like, there's a person, oh my God, I can't say his name on here, but there's this dude that get on the internet and he just caps for all the white people, like all the white bears. He just caps for them.
Really?
Yes, I'll tell you offline. He just caps for all of them. He, like, every single time, like, I remember one time there was this dude on Twitter who had, like, this, like, you know, most people got a whole Twitter. I got a whole Twitter. And so there is this situation happen. Yeah, girl. So
I can't.
There was this dude on there who, like, daddy something, cigar daddy some shit. He posted a picture of him in, like, some Confederate underwear or some shit, like, or something. He had something like that. I know it was something to do with a Confederate flag. And so the girls was getting on his ass about it, like getting on his motherfucking head. Here come this motherfucker oh my God, don't be mean to him because blah, 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 this, that. But then the same motherfucker that's complaining about racism in the gay community. And I'm just like, girl, pick a side, please, because at the end of the day, like, you looking stupid over here trying to, like, make yourself seem like you don't want to be problematic or be central to the issue. And it's like, no, that's not what it is. Like, this motherfucker know how people feel. There's so many motherfuckers that get on Twitter that have Black Lives Matter in their profile but do racist shit online, and I'm tired of seeing it.
Yeah, it's all for show. It's like,
tired of seeing it. Like, I'm tired of seeing that shit.
real with yourself.
Yeah.
So we can see through your bullshit. Be real with yourself.
Be real with yourself.
You don't support that. You don't support us.
Yeah, like, I'm over it. So when he said that shit, I just looked, I was like, girl, and the girl's been getting on his motherfucking head. They was on his head for a while on TikTok because I was just so tired of, and granted, okay, I'm not going to talk about it on here. I'm just going to be quiet about it. I'll tell you offline about who I'm talking about because I'm pretty sure you know who I'm talking about. You probably know once I say his name.
I mean, if you say his name or if you show me your face, I'll be like, oh, okay.
Yeah. But like, I feel like I said, like I was just to back on what I was saying is like I do feel like there's a lot of the gay men out there who black bears who go to these events and they complain about it all the time. And it's just like, stop doing that. You go to all these spaces where this is happening. Why won't you create a space? And I want to say I'm so happy that there are black bears out there who are creating the space because it's not a lot of them, but there's little spaces where there's like black men who are creating spaces where they have black bear nights and bears show up at these events and stuff like that because they do want to be adjacent to the actual culture of being a bear. I get that. But like, you can't go into spaces infiltrating it. Like I remember someone was talking about Barracuda. So I love going to Barracuda. Barracuda is my favorite bear party to go to. I go to probably every single Barracuda that happens here in Portland. And I always hear, oh, I don't want to go because they don't play black music. And it's like, but like, of course, like it's a techno house music type of party. So like, that's the type of music you're going to hear.
And house music is black music.
And, okay, boom. Boom. And so they always do it like, well, I just feel like they should play more like music that, that everybody is going to like and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, can't not go to somewhere that has already set up a theme and is set up a certain way for a party to look and go there and expect to hear this and this and this and that. You're just not going to hear that. You cannot do that. And so when I see bears that complain about it and say things like that, it's just like, girl, now what you're trying to do is take over a space and make it your space. And that's not fair. That's why you can create a space that looks like a Barracuda party that's playing at the black music, Beyonce, whatever it is. Like, you can create a space like that. And I would love to go to spaces and places like that where they're playing the music that I like to hear. So it's not that I don't want to hear it. It's just that when you go into a space, like you can't change the way somebody is listening and how someone is, you can't take over someone's space. You can't go to a space and infiltrate it and make it yours. That's just not fair.
And a lot of them too, they were talking about that trap music. Not everyone wants to hear that.
Exactly. I don't want to hear that trap and drill shit.
All right, and I don't want to hear a rap song where every other word is
nigga.
Profanity.
Yeah.
And that too.
Yeah.
I hate that word.
Like,
I hate that word in all its variations.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, I don't want to, especially going to a party and hearing that and watching white people dance to it. No. Like,
you call that dance?
Whatever they call it, whatever they do it, like, nah, bro. Hell no, I don't want that. So like, that's my thing too. Like, even if they bleep the words out, I still know it's nigga, and the white folks are still gonna know it's nigga too. Like, get out of here.
Especially those go-go dancers, maybe go-go dancing to trap music. Sir, you are all offbeat. Like, no.
I don't really know what the solution is and how to change things. I just feel like, I'm addressing them in the way where I feel like it's just so much shit, and I feel like there's no, like, I just want some people in the community, the ones that get on the internet and talk about this stuff, to like really go to therapy and address themselves. For real. Because it's just like, I've gotten to the point where, like, I remember one year someone like, okay, ooh, this motherfucker right here. So I don't know if you remember the girl, that video from what's the girl group name? They do that running shit. It's a TikTok video that went viral.
Oh, you talking about that couple?
Yeah. So that couple, the girls was eating. Oh my God, we can't have nothing for us. We can't have anything for black culture, black people. Oh my God, they're just taking over, right?
They were more mad. They were more mad They're more mad than the creators, and the creators weren't even mad.
All
They
right.
just posted the video.
And
I'm
then,
like,
and then the
how y'all gonna beat them getting mad?
exactly. And then the creators did a video with them.
And
I'm like, where y'all at now?
I'm like, oh, y'all.
Like, when I say that creators dropped the video with them, nobody was saying anything.
Of course not.
And I'm like, y'all gave this couple all because they're now. Granted, I will say the couple is low key annoying. They're low key annoying. Like they are annoying as fuck. Like I'll give that piece to them. Like the couple kind of is like annoying. The bear kind of does make these weird fucking faces. That's like, oh my god, like bro, fucking stop, please. It's kind of annoying, but it's like it's their shit. It's their content. It's what they create. It's whatever, you know. Mm-hmm. But like the people really was like, I'm talking about think pieces after think pieces.
I remember.
And I was just like on Twitter, like, I know y'all not spending y'all time on Twitter writing these motherfucking articles about these people that don't know you.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry, y'all raising y'all blood pressure for literally no reason.
Exactly. When the content creators themselves want people to do that.
Right. That's why they did it in the first place. That's how songs get popular on TikTok. Everyone does dances or they play the music in the background.
Exactly.
Like, what? I don't understand. But y'all, anyway.
I'm like, y'all really over here mad over this couple that want people to do this, and y'all really turn this into a race issue? This is weird. Like, it just came off as like jealous. Like you didn't have to agree with it. You didn't have to like the video. You don't have to like honestly, I didn't like the video when I first saw it. Like his video, I was like, okay, this is kind of cringy. But like to write off,
I didn't know what the hell it was. I was just
like, okay, this is corny, but whatever. Like, have fun, you know. And yeah. But like seeing people get so mad, bro, I have to bring that up. And that's why the bear community itself would never really, like, amongst black folks would never just like get better. I feel like sometimes, because I feel like there's always that like that crab in a barrel syndrome that a lot of people do. Mm-hmm. And them being an interracial couple, you know, we get that hate a lot too. We get that hate. We get that hate all the time. And I know the girls, when they hear this or they see it, they're gonna be like, oh, he thought he ate. Nah, bitch, I knew I ate. Cause like y'all be in the comments and in the making the videos and think pieces about shit that don't really make like, it makes no fucking sense.
But we see it all the time, even on celebrities that are dating interracially. We see the hate. Oh, he couldn't get a sister. Oh, she couldn't get a brother. Oh, they just go on. I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah, and it's not even me. Like I'll never be the type to be like, oh my god, look at my white king. Like I'll never say some shit like that. I'll never say a white man is better than a black man or anything like that. That's weird. Yeah, it's never giving that for me. I would never tell my boyfriend is better because he's white or white is right. You'll never see me saying some weird shit like that. That's fucking weird. Like ever. And I'll never ever, like, honestly, I just feel like I have yet to meet the man that come in my life that I really want to be with, and that's all races. It doesn't matter if it's black, white, whatever. It's just what it is. And I feel like living here in the Pacific Northwest, being a black person living here, like I run into mostly white guys, you know. And
girl, you gotta move.
And I mean that too, but then it's like there's certain type of white guys that I don't like either. Like I have my types and my preferences and what I like and my aesthetics that I go for. And if a man should look a certain way or be a certain way, and if I'm not attracted to that, I'm not attracted to that. And that has nothing to do with like not liking them as a person or thinking that they're good people. It's just I'm not attracted to it, and that's just what it is. And I wish people would get to that point to be okay with that and accept that, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not into Anglo-Saxon white man, not really. Now, if you're Italian or Sicilian or something like that, that's a whole different but like, just a regular average Joe white guy.
Yeah, I got a thing for like Irish and like Italian, like American Italian Irishmen. Like I got a thing for them. I don't know what it is about them, but especially if they got like green eyes or some shit, like it's something, and they a little beefy or gingers get me going too. Like I ain't gonna sit here and lie, but like that's just what it is. Like I'm not saying that they better than black men, because there's some bald headed black men with a salted beard. Oh my Jesus,
baby, I know a few of them. Ooh,
your friend, I ain't gonna say his name on here, but your friend. I know you're talking about.
He definitely one of them. Yeah.
Yes, that nigga's fine. He fine. That's a fine ass black man. Now that girl, open me up. Like
No, you know what? I
I'm
can't.
sorry. I'm sorry, because that man is fine. When I first saw him, I said, "Oh, who is this and where is he?" Whew. Yeah. Anyways,
For me, it's all about, I ain't gonna lie, I have a strong attraction to Latinos, but that's who I grew up around. I'm from Miami, Florida,
Yeah.
But I feel like my people, Pacific Islanders.
Yeah.
Whew.
Let me get a Tongan. Let me get a Tongan. Especially one that plays rugby. Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Like,
so
that's what I want. I want me a Tongan that plays rugby.
Well, you
that's
out there with
big one. I mean, but
out there with a lot of them.
A lot of them are like closeted or married and shit. Like, I'm tired of closeted married dudes. I ain't got time for that no more. And they crazy.
Go to LA. It's a lot of them out there. Oh yeah, they definitely crazy.
They crazy too.
So don't fuck them over. So they only prey on you if you fuck them over. So
they will fuck you up.
On you, it's your fault.
Mm-hmm. That's why I ain't gonna play. Military men too. I don't fuck with military men. I used to date a military dude. And like he was in the closet. I used to date a military dude, and that was a scary situation. I was happy I didn't dig deeper into that because that man was crazy as fuck. Like, and I hope he not watching this because that man was crazy as fuck, girl. Like,
gonna find you, child.
I had to block him on everything. That man crazy. That man was a crazy man.
Military, I've never. Only on them apps, which I'm kind of glad I'm not on them damn apps anymore, and I found my guy because the dating pool is a whole turtle tank.
It is. It's so hard. Like, I'll tell you more offline because I ain't trying to put my business out there. But dating is hard.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So we at the end of the show, and I want to say thank you, Kel, for coming on here finally and talking to me about all this good stuff that we've been trying to talk about on here for a while.
No problem. Wait, that's it? Dang.
Yeah, man.
You can't fit all that into 1 hour.
I know. We already at 50 minutes, so I'm like, okay, I gotta cut it. We gotta cut it.
Well, bring me bike.
Yes, of course. We could talk about a whole bunch of different shit. Like, I do entertainment topics too. I just wanted to do this show just for the bear stuff because I feel like it's something that I wanted to put out eventually, quickly, soon. You want to share your social medias, anything like that? You want to shout out to anybody?
Dude, so what? I just tell them my social media, or
yeah, you just tell them your social media.
Okay, well,
look at your first rodeo on the podcast.
Right, because I don't know what I'm doing, but my social media, my Instagram is exquisite_Kel. That's it, exquisite Kel. Yeah, exquisite_Kel. That's my Instagram, and that's all I'm giving for right now. So
okay, good.
But yeah, y'all can find me there. I post about food a lot. Y'all might see me little cutesy pictures with me and my boyfriend or whatever, but mostly food.
Y'all know where to follow me at, right? Which is Bubba's Banter Podcast. Also, my TikTok too, Bubba's Banter Podcast. Also follow me on The Real Doc Dre. That's my personal. I post a whole bunch of funny shit and all types of stories, and I get vulnerable a lot on there, so y'all really get to know me. Also follow my Facebook page, which is Bubba's Banter. Like and follow that page, please. Again, I always use that page. I'm still working on my WordPress page because I'm going to start blogging soon. Yeah, and we're almost at the end of the season, y'all. So just enjoy these shows because I am going to be taking a season break very, very soon. This is one of 3. Yeah, I do seasons. This is my fourth season. I'm going to be ending it and starting my 5th season. I'm projecting sometime in October or after October. Because I got a wedding. I got my brother's wedding in October. I got a lot of shit going on in October, and I got to do a lot of overtime and working and shit to save up for stuff. So I'm like, once I take a break from podcasting, I can just like focus on life for a second, because this is just me. Like, I'm a one-band man, so I do the editing, I do all the audio stuff by myself. No one does this for me. I do it all myself. Like, when I get off here, I'm gonna go grab some peach rings and some nuts. That's my editing candy, and edit this episode and shit like that. So, like, yeah, this is all me. So I gotta take a break from time to time.
You doing your thing, so hey, I get it.
Yeah. So
I need a break sometimes.
Yeah. Definitely, because and then also I feel bad for the folks that do this shit every week. I mean, I guess if you have a certain type of podcast, you can talk about things every week. But for me, I'm just like, hell no. Like, I want to take a break. Like, I want to and I think a lot of people don't understand. Like, this is a character. Sometimes this is a character for me. Like, I get on here and I push out a lot of energy and be, and I don't want to say be a different person, but just I be myself amplified times 10. Yeah, and so there's been times where like I will go out, like for instance, I did a show before I went out to a pool party with my friends, and I went there and I just sat in the corner by myself for like a good hour because I just needed to like unwind for myself because I was like socially drained. Like right. I didn't want to talk to 11 people. Like it's just too much for me. Like, and my friend kind of could tell, so he came up and sat with me and we talked for a little bit, and then I came out and started talking to everybody because it was just like I was overwhelmed. So yeah, wow. You gotta take care of yourself socially. I think a lot of people therapy. I don't want to see. Look at me. I'm finna go all over our minutes, but therapy. Before I get off here, therapy is like the best thing ever. I've been in therapy for off and on for about 3 years, and it's changed my life. And I think a lot of people should do it, and because you get to kind of know yourself. You kind of get to know yourself.
Especially us.
Yeah, especially us. Yes. Especially the black folks. Because there's some things that I didn't realize about myself that I was able to learn when I had someone to talk to about certain things. So that's why when I know that I'm socially drained, like it's like, give me a minute to get myself there. Because if I don't, I'm going to fucking be the most angry, meanest person you ever met. So it's good to just be like, okay, friend. Like, yeah. I'll let you do your thing, you know.
I get you.
And my friends, they all know that about me.
I love the shirt. I read it, Ultra Instinct, so they gotta be Goku. I already know. Yeah, love the shirt.
Yeah, boy.
Where you get that from? I need to buy one.
I got it from like Hot Topic, actually. Yeah, Hot Topic in Portland. The little Hot Topic store. You know, the little store where they get all the weird shirts from. Graphic tees.
Do they
It's usually in every mall. Yeah, they do have it. They do deliver. It's online.
Okay, I need to go on there and get me one. Okay,
yeah, okay. I'm the graphic tee king, baby. My whole classic has something to do with graphic tees. My friend was like, "We need to do your wardrobe because you have too many graphic tees, and I just feel like you're an adult now, so we need to get you some more denim shirts and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Bitch, it's the summer. Like, wait until when the fall comes around, you'll see my fall swag and like shit like that. But right now, it's the summer. I want to wear a tees with cut off tees and crop tops. That's what I want to wear for the summer. Okay, I'm not looking to wear no denim shirts and shit. Like, you got me fucked up."
I'd be like, "Child, mind your business.
All right.
You ain't buying my wardrobe." So.
Okay. And now, granted, I do like denim tees, and I like that aesthetic. But when the season, see, the thing about me, I dress for seasons. That's just how I've always been that way. In the summer, it's crop top tees, cut off shirts, whatever, short shorts. That's all I wear in the summer. You're not, unless I have an interview. That's the only time you're gonna see me in some denim shirts or some pants or something like that. But in the summer, it's nothing but shorts. In the summer, I'm not wearing no fucking pants. Now in the fall, you're gonna see my jeans. You're gonna see a hoodie. I'm a hoodie season in the fall for me. Then like winterish time, you see sweaters, denim shirts, stuff like that, because that's the wear for the summer or for the winter. That's winter wear. You know, like I don't need to. I'm already pulling all my fall shit out now because the summer is about over here in Portland. It is, so like it's time to wear button up shirts and shit like that and just regular shirts, but and flannels.
I get it.
Yeah. But all right, y'all.
I'm in a state that's always hot, so.
Right. All right. But all right, y'all. We just hit 60 minutes. I got to get out here, and I need to let y'all know that I'll see y'all Thursday, and I can't wait to post the show up. All right, y'all.